What's going on, everybody? Hitmonchanning is here back again with another tabletop TCG video. We're not bringing you a tournament this time, but we're bringing you a more curated selection of games, a bunch of different tabletop games with a bunch of different decks from the brand new Destined Rivals set. I'm going to be playing Typhlosion, or I should say Ethan's Typhlosion with Gholdengo EX, and I have Luigi with me playing Rocket's Mewtwo with a bunch of other Rocket's Pokemon. So you might be thinking, what the heck does Ethan's Typhlosion have to do with Gholdengo? Well, these two cards have more synergy than you might think. You'll see in the games, but essentially, Gholdengo draws you a bunch of cards and hits for big damage, and Ethan's Typhlosion has a big synergy with its Buddy Blast attack, being able to do 60 more damage for each Ethan's Adventure in your discard pile. And Ethan's Adventure, so the supporter card, it lets you get up to 3 in any combination of Fire Energy and Ethan's Pokemon. The Quilava that this Typhlosion evolves from, which I should probably grab right now, is going to let you search for an Ethan's Adventure just for free every single turn. And that is really, really cool. And that's kind of the whole idea of the deck. You use Quilava to search for Ethan's Adventure, and then you do big damage with your other Pokemon.
Yeah, and I'm piloting the probably most anticipated deck out of the set, which is the Team Rocket's Mewtwo deck, which basically revolves around Rocket's Mewtwo EX, which has the it's a 200 HP basic, which is already pretty good. It can attack unless you have 4 or more Rocket's Pokemon in play. And then for its attack is 2 Psychic and a Colorless. Deletion Sphere is 160. You can discard 2 energy from your benched Pokemon, and it does 60 more for each energy discarded. So to combo with it, we have Rocket's Spidops, which can attach a basic energy from its discard pile to itself. So you just kind of set up a Mewtwo, blast something, and then put all the energy back every turn, every other turn. And you have Rocket's Ariana also, and a bunch of other Rockets package. You'll see this deck's all new cards, all Rockets. Ariana's the best supporter in the deck though, lets you draw until you have 8 as long as you have only Rockets Pokemon in play.
As we're shuffling up here, always remember, go to hitmonchanning.com, check out the playmats. They're lovely, they're awesome, and you will love them very much. I also have prize packs, singles, and other stuff available, so go check it out. Check out all the other sponsors. Links will be in the description, and codes will be there as well. And yeah, thank you all for supporting the channel. You let us make some really, really cool content as we do here. And would you like heads or tails?
I would like tails. And it is tails. I will be going first.
Okay. So I'm gonna shuffle a bit more.
Make sure your effects are nice and randomized.
I got a pile shuffle.
There you go.
All right, should be solid.
Okay, let's see what we got. I got a mulligan.
Yeah, me too.
Cool.
Wow, that's awesome. You play Team Rocket supporters?
Well, you play Fire Energy?
Whoa.
Thought that only played Metal Energy.
I'm not your average Gholdengo player.
Dang.
Bested once again.
Dang.
All right. Let's try this again.
Yep, let's see. Hopefully we can get some basics going.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once again.
Awesome. I did get a basic this time.
Okay, so
here, I'll show the hand off to the people.
Yeah, show them what's up.
That's what we got. Actually, a pretty decent hand. Not anything to write home about, but I can definitely do some things next turn.
And you do get an extra card.
And I do get an extra little coin bonus.
Hey, that's my thing.
This is my Team Rocket's Gholdengo.
Team Rocket's Gholdengo. This deck still plays more basic Pokemon than old Gholdengo did, and it still feels like you mulligan just as much.
Yeah, this deck actually doesn't play that many basics. No, it's mostly basics and then Spidops.
All right, I do have myself a basic.
So I will just draw one for
Let
mulligan.
you all see right there.
That actually does help this hand quite a bit. Would have drawn it for turn though, so we'll see if the top deck after that really impacts the hand. Good luck.
Good luck.
I will draw for my turn. Actually, so we got like a very decent opening hand. So I'll start with a Pokégear, so I can look at my top 7, see if I can find that Rocket's Proton, because it lets me play it on the first turn of the game. 6. I will fail it, but no need to shuffle because I have the Rocket's Receiver in my hand. New card, searches my deck for a supporter card with Rocket in its name, reveals it, puts it in your hand, and then I can shuffle my deck.
Seems pretty good.
So on the first turn of the game, that card goes for exactly 1 card, which is Team Rocket's Proton. So this card is, you may play this card, use this card even on your first turn going first. Search your deck for 3 basic Team Rocket's Pokemon, reveal them, put them in your hand, and then shuffle your deck. So it's like, the whole point of the deck is you really want to go first just to get this, so you can get a full setup before your opponent can, like, play a card. So in this case, I need 2 more Tarountula, and I'll get the Rocket's Mewtwo EX.
And now the good thing is that power saver ability on the Mewtwo basically means no more. It's already got enough Pokemon in play to attack, so that's kind of terrifying, actually. My Gimme Ghoul.
Yeah,
my poor Gimme Ghoul.
Gimme Ghoul next turn might be Gimme God.
Man.
My deck, a nice little shuffle here. I'm actually surprised this deck's getting turn 1 Proton more often than I thought.
Yeah.
Like, through test standing, I'm like, oh, the deck's impressed me with the amount of times you get to the Proton. So there we go. I will attach for turn a Team Rocket's Energy, new card. Well, you're gonna hear me say new card a lot. This card can only be attached to a Team Rocket's Pokemon. If it's just attached to anything other than a Team Rocket's Pokemon, you gotta discard it. And as long as it's attached to a Pokemon, it provides 2 in any combination of Psychic and Dark Energy. So it helps mitigate that 2 Psychic, 1 colorless attack on the Mewtwo. So with that, I will say go.
All right, I'll draw for turn. Our hand isn't super ridiculous, but at least we can get some stuff done. I'll start with Buddy Buddy Poffin. Have a look through the deck. The main thing I'm actually looking for here is to see how many Ethan's Adventures I have, see how many Goldengos I have, see how many Quilavas I have. There's a lot of cards that I'm trying to keep track of in this list, because the Ethan's Adventure, you know, is going to help in getting that Typhlosion up to being able to KO the Mewtwo.
Yeah, without all 4 of them, you can't knock out a Rocket's Mewtwo.
So there are some difficulties with that, but with the Buddy Buddy Poffin, we'll just get Cyndaquil and not Typhlosion.
Get the Typhlosion.
Yo, I might as well. We'll get another Gimme Ghoul. Now, the crazy thing is if I started with Typhlosion, I could just KO this Tarountula, which would be hilarious.
Yeah, if you're just starting with a Cyndaquil, you just attach an Ember for the knockout.
But now I need to flip 3 heads in order to do so, which we will try. I'll Earthen Vessel, get rid of a fire, and I'll grab 2 metals here. And this is gonna be it. We're gonna see if we can continue his coin toss. We just wanna be able to get some sort of advantage in the prize trade here. The good thing is we have all single prize Pokemon on the board, so Luigi can't really do anything super crazy, like, you know, nothing to boss, KO, take 2 prizes next turn. Yeah. Even though our hand is lackluster without a supporter currently, we can see if we can make some magic happen. I will continue his coin toss. Flip a coin until I get tails. Every heads, we do 20. All right, that's 1.
That's 20.
That's 2.
That's 40.
Let's try again.
Try again.
Let's go.
60. We could keep going, but it does knock out the Rocket's Tarountula.
80. All right, we're not gonna do this bit.
So Tarountula gets knocked out,
and I will take a prize.
I will promote my Rocket's Mewtwo EX, and I will draw for turn. I will evolve one of my bench Rocket's Tarountula into Rocket's Spidops. I will attach a Grass Energy for turn onto my Rocket's Mewtwo EX. Then I'll play the Rocket's Ariana that I mentioned before, so I can draw until I have 5 cards in hand. But if I have only Rocket's Pokemon in play, I can draw until I have 8. I have 3 cards in hand, so I get to draw 5.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it gets my hand nice and full. Okay. I will now play a Team Rocket's Great Ball. So if anyone remembers Capturing Aroma, it's basically the same thing, but only for Rocket's Pokemon. So I flip a coin. If head, search my deck for an evolution Team Rocket Pokemon, and if tail, search my deck for a basic Team Rocket Pokemon. And then I reveal it and put it in my hand. Tails, which is exactly what I needed here.
Yeah.
Mewtwo would not have been able to attack, so I can go get myself probably a backup Mewtwo here is my best bet. And I will do just that, get myself a Rocket's Mewtwo EX, and put him on the bench. This is looking pretty good here. I get to delete the Gimme Ghoul with
With your sphere.
with my sphere. And we'll see if I can do anything else because I do have one more thing, one more trick up my sleeve, one more new card to showcase.
And while Luigi's shuffling, I'm sure that you guys have noticed, dang, these are some nice sleeves. Well, I'm very happy to say that we've partnered up with Endgame Sleeves, relatively new company. Very, very great sleeves. Head on over to endgametcg.ca. Code Hitmon gets you 10% off, and you can get some of these amazing sleeves. So I think you should go check that out.
You know where they ship their sleeves out of? A Rockets factory. I'll play the new card Team Rocket's Factory. Once during either player turn, if that player has played a supporter with Team Rocket in its name from their hand, they may draw 2 cards. And because I played Rocket's Ariana earlier, I can now use the Rockets Factory and draw 2.
That was a crazy transition.
Yeah, do I want to? I'll bench this here. Actually, I'll bench Team Rocket or Rocket's Mimikyu. So its attack is 2 energy, psychic colorless, gem mimicry. Choose an attack used on your opponent's active Terra Pokemon and use it as this attack. In this matchup, it doesn't matter, but it is also a free retreater. Yeah. So it just acts as a nice pivot, and it gives me an extra Pokemon buffer. In case this Mewtwo goes down next turn, this one can attack without needing to find another basic Pokemon. It gives me one less thing I need. And yeah, with that all said, I will use Deletion Sphere for 160. I can't discard any energy from my bench, so...
Yeah, that sounds about correct. Now, I'm kind of curious what the best play here is. I think I'll lead with the Cyndaquil because my hand is somewhat weak. Draw for turn. We got a bench of Fez here, and we really got to rely on that Flip the Script ability to draw us 3 cards. 2, 3. Okay, not the worst thing in the world. I do have a Goldengo that I can bench here, and I can use Coin Bonus to draw an additional card. Okay, again, not terrible. Still not in the greatest position, but I do have another Gimmighoul to bench, and it's gonna be more of a setup turn for me, attaching to the Cyndaquil and using TM Evo. So I will play Evolution. The only thing I can evolve is this Gimmighoul because Goldengo is already evolved. So we'll evolve into that Goldengo, and that's gonna be my turn.
All right. With that, I will draw for turn. I got actually a pretty good hand here for what my deck wants to do. I'll start off by playing an Earthen Vessel, discarding a basic Grass Energy to get myself 2 more energy out of the deck. There we go. I got 2 Grass Energy. I'm gonna go back in. I will play an Ultra Ball, discarding 1 of those Grass Energies. And I will discard I think I don't need a Rockets Giovanni here. So I'll discard all that, that's in my hand. I will get myself another Spidops. So I can start getting the mojo of the deck going.
And this is where this Rockets Mewtwo becomes really scary, if you ask me.
Yeah, it took me a little while to get there, but luckily I was given the time to get here. So I can start using both of the charge ups on my turn, or like when I'm done shuffling, and get those 2 energies I just put in the discard pile. So I'll use both of those charge ups, which reads, once during your turn you may attach a basic energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon. So I'll get both of the basic Grass Energies out of my discard pile onto each of the Rocket Spidops. Then I can play a Team Rocket's Giovanni. So switch your opponent's active Pokemon with one, switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon. If you do, switch one of my opponents. So I'll just switch into my Rocket's Mimikyu. And then I think from Jonathan's board, I want probably the Fezandipity, because he has 2 Goldengos anyways, and then the Fezandipity represents a decent amount of cards on his next turn. And I can save an energy on board if I'm knocking out the Fezandipity.
True.
I will use Team Rocket's Factory, draw 2, because I played Rocket's Supporter. I will attach a Team Rocket's Energy to my Rocket's Mewtwo EX. And then I will play Team Rocket's Great Ball. I'm gonna get tired of saying Team Rockets by the end of this. Tails, so I get another basic, pretty good.
I know you want those Articunos.
Yeah, I'll mention it now. It's probably not gonna come up. But Team Rocket's Articuno is mostly there for Dragapult because when it's on the bench, prevent all effects of attacks done to basic Team Rocket's Pokemon in play, so it helps against Dragapult so they can't set up Mewtwo's or kill your Mimikyu while it's on the bench. In this matchup, not as necessary. Actually, I think it is the only Pokemon I can get. So
Hey, there you go.
it is, so I will be getting a Team Rocket's Articuno.
Let's go.
Don't think I'll be benching it, unless I like absolutely need to, if Jonathan can take like a multi-knockout turn. But the deck's looking pretty good. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Yeah, it's moving and grooving for sure.
Yeah, I felt like the biggest issue with this deck probably would have been chaining Mewtwo's, but in this situation, I'm doing pretty okay. So I will use Deletion Sphere for 160, and I'll discard 1 energy for 60 more, so I'll do 220 to knock out the Fez and Deputy EX.
Yeah, that's a bit tragic. That is a bit tragic. Now, I really do think we gotta lead Goldengo here. We need to get the KO, or else there really isn't any hope for us. Because we don't play Rare Candy, we can't go into Ethan's Typhlosion here. So we're just gonna start playing. We'll draw a card. We'll start with a coin bonus, draw 2. And let's go ahead and coin bonus again off the bench, draw 1 more. Okay, we got some stuff to be working with.
Both of these decks draw a lot of cards in a turn. Me with the Factory and Ariana, and you with just coin bonus.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. It actually is. So I need what? I don't know if I can knock you out here, which is kind of bad.
Uh-oh.
That is terrible.
Because you know I can get the return knockout.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I think to start, I definitely need to go for an Ethan's Adventure, so I can find these fire energies.
Yep, just search your deck for 3. Oh, you can get Ethan's Pokemon as well.
Yeah, so I can grab the Quilava and start getting ready that way.
Yeah, because if there's one way you come back, it's just sticking a 1-prizer in the active.
Yeah. At this point, it's at this point, not really, but there might be something that can be done. We'll have to see. I'll grab the Quilava and 2 fire energies. I will be going back. I'll evolve into the Quilava here, and let's use Adventure Bond, and we can search for Ethan's Adventure. So ideally, this would be my turn 2 board, right? And now you can kind of see the gameplay loop of finding Ethan's Adventure, getting fire energies, and then you eventually go for a big Typhlosion swing at a later point in the game.
Yeah, you basically just use Goldengo as early game pressure by chaining these Ethan's Adventure to fuel the attack of Make It Rain. Then you can, with all the Ethan's Adventure, the discard pile in the late game, you just nuke things with the Typhlosion.
Yeah, exactly. Now I think the big, it ain't really a big play, but it's a play that I'm gonna try and go for here is we'll attach to the Goldengo. Yeah, because this Quilava is not going to be able to KO the Spidops at all. So that's fine. We'll do this. Then let's Counter Catcher up the Spidops with the energy on it.
All right.
And we can try and slow Luigi down a little bit. But we'll see if it does anything. That is the moral of the story here. Then we can pretty much just Make It Rain, discard 3 energies, get rid of that Spidops, and take a prize.
Spidops will go down. I will promote Rocket's Mimikyu. I will draw for turn. So my hand, I'm liking it for this turn. I'll start by playing a Night Stretcher to put a Pokemon or basic energy card from my discard pocket in my hand. I'll get back a Rocket's Tarountula. Then I can attach for turn onto one of my Rocket's Mewtwo and use Charge Up to attach a Grass Energy from my discard pile to that Spidops. And then I will play an Ultra Ball, discarding a Rocket's Articuno.
What? No way.
Yeah. It hurt my soul to discard that Articuno, and I'll discard a Rocket's Ariana as well.
No.
I think here I'm just going to get another Rocket's Articuno just to thin, because thinning is winning.
Thinning is winning.
Yeah, do I know it? No, I don't want to bench it. I'm gonna go back in, because I'll play the another new card.
Whoa!
Big shock. I'll play Team Rocket's Archer. So you can only play this card if one of your Team Rocket's Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Each player shuffles their hand into their deck. You draw 5, your opponent draws 3. So like a Roxanne or like an Unfair Stamp, but for Rocket's Pokemon. So
yeah, not as strong. The effect of it is still good though, like forcing me to go to 3 cards it's still good. You can do that at any point in the game. It's not like Roxanne, where you had to have been behind on prizes, or sorry, where your opponent had to have taken 3 prizes already. So, a bit of a different card, but still definitely a worthwhile inclusion in the Rockets deck.
Exactly.
Especially considering you can also just get 2 more cards after.
Yeah, with the factory, bro. The factory's insane.
Yeah, that's
bro.
crazy. I do play a stadium in here, but it was not the right time to use it at that point. But we'll see.
Okay, you're fine as well. Draw 5, 3, 4, 5. I guess I'll keep thinning out these Rockets Great Balls.
Do you even have any other Pokemon that you can get?
Heads, I got an evolution. Yeah, I think I have one.
Spidops, maybe.
Yeah, I have a Spidops in there. I'll get another Rockets Spidops so I can evolve it next turn. Yeah, honestly, this deck's impressing me so far. We're moving. We're gonna delete some spheres.
Yeah, some spheres will be deleted. Absolutely, positively.
And then I will Team Rockets Factory, draw 2. Yeah, I won't play those. I'll just retreat my Mimikyu into one of my Mewtwo's, and then I can Deletion Sphere, discarding the grass off of one of my Mewtwo and the Spidops to take the knockout on that active Goldango. Oops.
Yeah, now times are tough. Now times are tough. Typhlosion will not survive. Basically, as long as Luigi attaches to his Mewtwo.
Yeah, because
we really need like insane card combo here. Let's draw for turn. That helps, but let's start with Adventure Bond.
Yep, thin that deck out.
Get that Ethan's Adventure. And oh yeah, the Iono is prized. Never mind. We actually have 0 way to come back here. 0 comeback potential.
Yeah, because I just have so many cards in hand.
He just has everything he needs. But we're still gonna play it out and let him get that dub. So I'll go ahead. Quinn bonus. 2 cards. We'll go on an adventure with Ethan. And we'll get
3 basic fire.
I think they're all, or most of them are accounted for.
Yeah, there are what? How many? Ooh. Yeah, 4 in the discard pile. Yeah, 5 on 1 on board. Yeah.
2 Cyndaquil and a Fire Energy. We'll go ahead, evolve to the Typhlosion. Yeah, there really isn't anything that is gonna happen here, but let's Prime Catcher up. How many adventures did I discard? Only 2, I think, yeah. Let's Prime Catcher up your Spidops.
Yep.
Give me the ops. Go here. I guess I could hope that you don't have a Giovanni or way to retreat it, but there's like...
I got 1 prize card left. Oh, like the retreat?
Yeah, but like that's...
Or Rocket's Energy, because it can...
Yeah, you need Rocket, like there's just so little ways to win here, but...
Or any energy, because it charge up.
Oh, this works when it's in the active too?
Yeah, once you're in
Oh, yeah.
He just goes,
He just goes. I'm gonna swing and I'll murder it, but the game is over.
Promote, and then I can even just Deletion Sphere the 2
Yeah, you can
Rocket's
just do that,
there.
yeah.
So yeah, we got the dub with Mewtwo.
Yeah. Yeah, this deck, I think actually for the next game I am gonna try and go first.
Yeah?
Because it's not even, it's just letting you take a KO a turn later is a big thing. Because
yeah, that could make sense.
like if you go first and get an attachment, you're more than likely to at least be able to swing the following turn, and you have Spidops access as well, right? Whereas if I go first, I could potentially get the first KO and move on that way. So we're gonna try going first as Goldango here. Fantastic.
All right. Good luck.
Good luck. Give me a goal. I'll draw my 3. And then I'll draw for turn. Yeah, we got a Buddy Buddy Poffin, and that's pretty much all we ever could have asked for with this.
I mean, I gave you 3 cards.
You did give me 3 cards. It was in my opening hand originally anyway.
Okay, then that's good.
Yeah. We're gonna get the guys, and now I'm doing my patented Ethan check. Ethan, where are you?
I mean, in that deck, you kind of have to.
Yeah, all right, we're pretty good. Just something else I want to take a look for. Yeah, I think we're solid here. We got basically everything we need in the list. I'm gonna go back in. I'll start by getting rid of, an Arven here. Just want to get more energy, thin that out. I know he can't disrupt my hand.
I just realized you're running this one and not the search your deck for energy gimme ghoul.
Yeah, honestly, that's because I just don't have them. Oh. But this does still have uses. Continuous coin toss, as you saw in the last game, did get me an early prize. So
you can't knock it that hard.
Yeah, it still has its uses. It could get a prize on this Articuno.
It can.
It can.
Yeah.
Technically.
All 6 heads.
All right, so yeah, you can cut that up. I will attach to the ghoul of my dreams, and I'll pass.
Okay, I will draw for turn. Actually, I'm liking this hand. I'm liking it. Can't complain. I mean, like I can, but like I won't. I'll start with a Team Rocket's Great Ball. Tails, beautiful.
There we go, that's huge.
Get myself a Rockets Pokemon. Think I'm gonna get myself clean Mewtwo here. Let me double check what's in the prize cards. Nothing crazy. It looks about right. It's hard to check, but I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna play a Rockets Factory. I will then Ultra Ball discarding. This I'll put on the bench. I'll discard a Grass Energy and a Night Stretcher. Go get myself a Tarountula.
So around.
Put that on the bench. Then I will play a Team Rockets receiver.
Jeez.
Get myself a Rockets Ariana. Don't even need to get the Proton.
We just drawing cards.
Yeah, we're just ripping.
Drawing the cards.
Now, where do I place this Lucky Helmet?
Ooh.
I think maybe on the active Articuno in case because I don't think he can boss next turn, like, and swing. And if he can, he got it like that. But like, if I force him to hit this Articuno, I force him to also give me 2 cards.
Yeah.
So yeah, Lucky Helmet, if you don't know, which you
probably don't.
So if the Pokemon this card is attached to is in the active spot, is damaged by an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, even if it's knocked out, I draw 2 cards. So the mentality behind this, not mine, again, towards Sauce, with the Lucky Helmet, is that you can't play Pheasantipity in this deck.
Yeah.
So Lucky Helmet is effectively Pheasantipity, because if you get like Iono knockout and you don't get a support in your hand, you can't just like bench Pheasantipity, draw 3, or have a Pheasantipity benched, because Ariana, it turns off Ariana. So Lucky Helmet is a stand-in for that kind of card.
That was cook.
And then I get to draw 8 with Ariana here, which is crazy.
What the hell?
I'll play Rockets Ariana, and I have no cards in hand, so I get to just draw 8, which I also get to draw 2 more after that. Kind of cool, kind of cool. I will bench another Rockets Mewtwo. I will Earthen Vessel away a Team Rockets Factory. Go get myself 2 basic energy out of my deck. Yo, we're moving.
Yo. Chef City over here.
Yeah, bro, I didn't expect the deck to move this much.
Yo, I might have to
buy one of every rocket card 5 times.
Yeah. Oh, one of every rocket card, do you say?
4.
Wait do you see my next deck?
Yeah, really, yeah. All right, that's shuffled. You can go ahead and cut. I will then use the Team Rockets Factory. Draw 1, 2. I will attach for turn onto one of my Rockets Mewtwo. I'll bench a Rockets Mimikyu as another nice little pivot option. And then from there, I will just say go.
All right, I'll draw a card. First things first, I'm the realist. I'll evolve to Ethan Squilava. And we're gonna go ahead and Adventure Bond right away. Get ourselves another one of the Ethan's Adventures. Now again, I'm taking a look through the deck, and my hand is like somewhat rough. Not rough, but I have a couple different options of what I can do. But I think the major play is going to be to actually go for a TM Evo turn.
Not attacking to my Rockets Articuno?
Not attacking. I don't want to give you more cards. Actually, I don't want to do that.
I'd love to get more cards.
So I'll grab the Ethan's Adventure. Let's play Arven. Another thing here is I do want to build up a pretty big hand. So I don't want to give Luigi the option to, what's that guy, Archer?
Yes, to put you down to 3 cards?
Yeah, to put me down to 3. Because if I take a knockout on this Articuno, and then I go to 3 cards.
Just Archer you?
Yeah, that's bad. It's really bad. So we're gonna not do that. And what do I need here? I guess it's just Buddy Poffin's like low-key fine. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Don't get Buddy Poffin. Just play the Buddy. I'll get 1 Gimme Ghoul. And could get another Cyndaquil here, but another Gimme Ghouls. No, another Cyndaquil's fine, I think. Because this Quilava is kind of like my draw engine in a way. So it would be nice to just kind of preserve this board state a little bit. I'm not going to go for an attachment. We're just going to evolution and pick both Gimme Ghouls. The bench, giving me a way to actually draw some cards next turn. That is the end of my turn. And there's a very real possibility that Luigi can... No, actually, I don't think there is a way that he can take a knockout on a Goldengo this coming turn. So I really don't mind this play because he only has 1 Tarountula. So let me just make sure. Yeah, that is all I was going to do. Yep, you can go ahead.
Okay, I will draw for turn. I'll start off with a Team Rockets Great Ball. Tails. Wonderful.
That's a great ball you got there.
Yeah, the Great Balls are going crazy this game.
One could say that they're doing a great job.
A Rockets Tarountula. Put him on my bench, little guy.
Little guy, you know.
Yeah, my turn here is not looking great. I did, like, obviously I drew a lot of cards last turn, but not a lot of them are, like, crazy good. So I think I might just, like, maybe just take a turn off and still hide behind that Rockets Articuno.
Lucky Helmet Articuno, my savior.
I'll evolve into Rockets Spidops. I will use Charge Up. Attach a Grass Energy to it for my discard pile. I mean, I could go attacking with it, but I only do 180 and it's not like getting much here. There's like an Ariana for 3 or 4, but if I hit the Rockets Energy, yeah, I think I'll just attach and then I'll play defensive anyway this turn. I'll use Ariana. I only have 4 cards, so I get to draw 4. 3, 4. Then I can Rockets Factory, draw 2. And then even with all this, yeah. I think from here, I'll just pass it up.
Yeah, hey, that's fine, honestly.
Yeah.
I will draw for turn. And we're gonna start out again with an Adventure Bond. We get to get ourselves another Ethan's Adventure. What? No
we're
way.
bonding.
We have bonded.
We're on what? Just 1 in the no, none in the discard.
None in the discard. A lot in the hand, none in the discard. Will we use it this turn? We might. Might have to go for another kind of defensive-ish turn, but we'll see how things go. There's always a way, or a world I should say, in which we don't do that. So let's just take it easy. We can start off with the, actually I was a little bit silly there. I should have gone for this Nest Ball first. Thinning is winning, and that is what they say. And I'm really looking for a Goldengo here, as I'm sure you could guess. I got 2.
Yeah, so you can attack into my Rockets Articuno.
Yes, sir. And now, realistically, it might just be a pass angle. We'll have to see.
Dang, man, this Rockets Articuno.
He's chilling. He's hanging out. There you go. So now let's start. Let's coin bonus for 1. Do I want to coin bonus for another just yet? We can go ahead, actually, and this isn't, yeah, we can go ahead. get rid of one Ethan's Adventure and get ourselves some more energies, which will be metal. Best ones to search out because they're the ones that let Gholdengo attack. And now one card magic, will we have it? One can only dream.
What's the whole, I don't even know what the one card is that you're like.
Another Gholdengo so I can draw more cards.
That's true.
Draw. It's not a Gholdengo, so that's fine with me. I think that, again, not a whole lot we want to do here. Yeah, Luigi's pretty set up. We've got a kinda like, we're in a rough position. I think Ethan's Adventure is just the right play.
Yeah.
At this point, we kind of just are gonna keep building the board. I'll go get Quilava because it can fetch another Ethan's Adventure. And we'll also get 2 fire energies off of that. So then I'll evolve into this Quilava, I'll Adventure Bond again and get another Ethan's Adventure. So that's all 4 accounted for, which is pretty cool.
It's a lot of Ethan's Adventure.
We went on a lot of adventures, me and Ethan. Like this.
You like
There we go. So because all Luigi needs here is a Giovanni, and one of my Gholdengos can just get obliterated. Mm-hmm. But we got some stuff we can get doing that we can get going. Hand is pretty good. Again, I know no hand disruption, but I don't mind throwing a fire on this Quilava, and it's just gonna be a pass.
All right, I will draw for turn. Actually, that helps this hand quite a bit. Good. I'll evolve into Rocket Spidops, attach Rocket's energy to one of my Mewtwo's, and I'll attach Maximum Belt to that Mewtwo as well. Which allows me to, like, I was scared because if I were to attack without it, I would have to discard both of these, and then next turn to get another knockout is like almost impossible.
Yeah. But
now with it, I can play the Rocket's Giovanni, bring up a Gholdengo. My Articuno goes back to the bench, probably never gonna see the limelight again, but
you never know.
You never know.
Never say never.
I will then use my Team Rocket's Factory because I play Giovanni to draw 1 and 2. I will just play an Ultra Ball, discarding a Proton and another Ultra Ball here. Just see what I can come up with. Probably gonna get myself another Tarountula. Or no, maybe another Mewtwo just in case for next turn. Yeah. Put that Mewtwo into my hand. All right, and we're looking pretty good here. We can just discard the 1 energy for the knockout on the active Dengo.
Yeah, that's pretty solid actually. Times are scary playing Gholdengo. Typhlosion.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting next couple like chains of turns, so we'll see. And I will go for Deletion Sphere, discarding a basic grass, plus the for 220 plus the thing for 270. Maximum Belt.
Goodbye, Gholdengo. Didn't get to know you too well. We'll lead with this other Gholdengo here and draw a card. Okay. Now, we really have to get rid of this Mewtwo. And it would have been nice to do it with Typhlosion, but I didn't want to risk anything because if we didn't get it, we just, again, lose the game on the spot. So right now, we are chilling, but I think the best thing to go for here is let's first and foremost, actually no, we'll go first and foremost, Ethan's Adventure. So that's 3 of them played. We'll get a bunch more energy here. And we'll also get a Typhlosion. Well, I said a bunch more energy, I lied. It's 1 more energy.
Yeah.
We'll do that. And could get the Cyndaquil as well. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do this. Because next turn, the Archer is, I'm very certain the Archer is gonna come out. So we wanna be able to have enough kind of a buffer to prevent that Archer from really hurting us too much. So that was our Ethan's Adventure right there. Let's coin bonus for 2 big cards. Done the coin bonus. We found our medal, which is good. We can attach that. Now we're gonna go ahead and drop the Rigid Band on the Goldengo. So now it's at effectively 290 because it's taking 30 less from attacks. So without the Max Belt, the Mewtwo cannot KO it. And we're getting rid of the Max Belt here. So that is a pretty good sign from me, for me, I should say. Now we're gonna evolve into Ethan's Typhlosion right here. Again, anticipating that Archer. And we're just gonna go ahead and make it rain for 100. Yeah, there we go. 200, 300 damage, and that's gonna KO the Mewtwo.
Right. Mewtwo goes down. I will promote a Rocket's Mimikyu. I will draw for turn. I'll bench another Rocket's Mewtwo. Attach Team Rocket's energy there. I can use both of my Rocket's Spidops. They will both charge up. And I think here I want to, probably just get the Archer going. So I will play Team Rocket's Archer.
Yeah.
Get Jonathan only 3 cards.
Yeah, once again, just getting 3 cards here is still bad, even though we had a pretty good turn there. It still is kind of rough because though we do have Goldengo to draw out of it, we do have a couple of options. Could have more than 3 cards in hand, so it's like,
yeah,
still not great for us. But our deck is decently thin, so I'm hoping we can pull something off here, despite the treachery of Archer.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go. Drop 5, 3, 4, and 5. All right. I'll Earthen Vessel, discarding one of the Rocket's Great Balls. Don't really need to play it at this point. Just want to make sure my deck is as thin as possible for when I hit that Team Rocket's factory. And also because I have a second Rocket's Great Ball. So I'll just use that. Tail, so I get a basic. Pretty good here. Get myself a Tarountula.
That's 1 round guy.
Yeah, the more I'm looking at this Articuno, it is really dagger at my side here.
Hey, at least it has a Lucky Helmet.
Yeah, wish I got a hit, but maybe if I have to stall a turn, I can put it back and it'll get me some cards.
There was no way I'm doing, what's it called? I'm letting you draw 12 cards instead of 10 per turn, bro. There's no way.
Hey, just in case you ever have a change of heart, that Articuno's there for you.
When you need him most, he's here.
Okay, that's that.
Yeah.
I will then use the Rocket's Factory. 2. I will retreat into my Rocket's Mewtwo that is fully powered up. And then from here, I think I just want to Deletion Sphere. I don't want to discard any energy in play because there's no point.
Yeah.
Like I can put you to low HP, but like you already have enough HP where I'm knocking you out anyways. Like after this anyway, so I'll just do what, 130?
130, yeah. Here we go. 130 big ones on the Goldengo, and we get to draw a card. Now, let's go ahead and start things off with an Adventure Bond. And again, we get to go ahead and search the deck for Ethan's Adventure. Now, because we could kind of anticipate that Archer coming, we got the Ethan's Adventure here. I tried to discard the littlest amount of fire energies as possible, because then we could play this Ethan's Adventure right now, and we can get fire energies back. So that's another great part about running the Ethan's Quilava engine, is you can actually get back, you leave fire energies in the deck, you get basically a free 3 energies in the best case scenario, off of an Adventure Bond, Ethan's Quilava, and we still have coin bonus to help us draw some cards. So still in a decent situation. Now, let's go ahead and draw some of those cards. We're gonna coin bonus for 1 and 2 here. You can go ahead, play the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Superior Energy Retrieval. Discard 2, get back a bunch of energies. Even these 4 fires is fine. Didn't get another Goldengo, which can be a bit of a problem. But right now, like I'm doing the 300 I need to do. So we can go ahead and think just evolve this Typhlosion. Either way, I need an energy, and either way, it would KO. No Ethans left to play. I think it's fine to just do that. And then let's make it rain. 300 big ones.
All right. I'll promote Mimikyu. Draw for turn. I'll bench a Rocket's Tarountula. I will attach for turn onto my Rocket's Mewtwo. I don't know exactly what the best line is for me here. I think I have ideas, but nothing like I love. Nothing I'm committed to really. I'll use charging up on one of them, or charge up on one of them. Then I can Pokégear through Perennial. Just give me an idea of what I can play for this turn. Oop. That's that way. I'll grab a Team Rocket's Ariana. So yeah, I'll grab that. I'll play the Ariana and I'll draw 3.
No.
1, 2, 3. I will Earthen Vessel, discarding a basic Grass Energy. Don't think there's any basic left in my deck. There is not. Give that a shuffle.
That's a thin deck you got there, sir.
Yep. I will then charge up here as well. Then I will use Rocket's Factory. Draw 2. I will retreat into my Spidops. And then I do get the knockout through the rigid and the thing.
And resistance, yeah, you barely just get it, right?
I just, because it's
Yeah, 'cause
130.
130,
1 plus
yeah.
130, yeah. So then I will Rocket Rush for the knockout.
All right, goodbye. Goldengo, it was nice knowing you. I think naturally the best thing we have to do here is lead Ethan's Typhlosion. We can draw for turn. And yeah, we don't want to put another Goldengo into play because that would kind of just be a fast way to lose the game here. Oh wait, no, I don't even need to. Yeah, no, I can just boss.
Yeah,
yeah. I was like, wait, I can just do
I don't
this,
think I won.
but I don't think you win anyway, but yeah, there we go.
Yeah, if you just
like,
don't
I
put
just
another
play
2
boss,
prizes in
yeah.
play, I just lose, I think, anyways, but...
Yeah, that was, all right. Ethan's Typhlosion, it worked. Going first was literally the key, I think. Going first and getting a decent.
It was more just that rigid
setup
band when I
turn.
had to burn the thing there.
Yeah, that was just a rough spot for you to be in.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't even use the max belt, I still think you would have had similar troubles.
Yeah,
just
I
not
wouldn't
being
have
able to
been
get the
able to knock
knockout.
it
So yeah.
I just didn't think he'd find the max belt or the rigid band because one of them, I'm like, and he probably can't play Arvin this turn. I'm like,
yeah, that's the thing. But I'm happy the deck showed up. I'm already thinking of ways to kind of change up the list a little bit, but I really am liking the way this deck plays. Having a stage 2, but you can just delete big basic Pokemon off of it is really, really
yeah, it
strong.
helps in the late game a lot.
Yeah, it really, really helps you keep that single prize board state and kind of just force your opponent to go through a bunch of these one prize Pokemon that are doing a bunch of damage. All right, good luck.
I'll draw for turn. Oh, okay, that's fine. Bench Tarountula. I will go play a Rocket's Receiver. Get myself Tarountula. Oh, give myself Proton first. Yeah.
Imagine you do all that in the prize.
Nah, it's not prized, right? He's here.
Okay.
I'll get myself a Proton off the Rockets receiver, and I'll get myself all the guys.
All the lads you could ever dream of.
Earthen Vessel. I could discard the Ultra Ball here and be okay with that. Or like, can I?
That is the question.
Because I don't know if I want to. Man, my hand's like too good. Sure. We'll discard the Giovanni.
Okay.
And I'll get 2 Grass Energies. I'll attach 1 to my Rockets Mewtwo EX. And then I will pass.
Okay. While you're shuffling, I'm gonna draw. Not the craziest hand. I'll throw down this Gimme Ghoul. Let's start adventuring with Ethan. We're gonna get ourselves definitely a Quilava, count up our Ethan's adventures in the meantime. Make sure we got enough to do some serious damage. Okay. So we're gonna be getting Cyndaquil, Quilava, and I don't mind getting another Cyndaquil. I think is good. Because then we just chain, we do kind of the same thing we did last time.
Yeah, that sounds about.
And I don't even want to risk a continuous coin toss, 6 heads, KO this Articuno. I'd rather leave it in play for you, to be honest. All right, there you go. Put both these Cyndaquils in play. And from there, I will pass to you.
Okay, I'll draw. I don't know if I want to put that there. I will start with a. Yeah, maybe I just don't play the Lucky Helmet down because I don't. I want to leave it free.
Yeah. I think that's probably
so
still better.
I can max belt something because I don't know whenever this thing's coming down. But I will, yeah. Ultra Ball and get a Rockets Spidops. Yeah, so I'm looking okay. Like we're chilling, I think. Maybe.
Maybe.
I have a line to like possibly attack even with Articuno in the active here and without having a Guzma.
Oh, okay. I think I know the line.
But we'll see how that goes. I will play a Rockets Ariana to draw 7.
Jeez. My hand's kind of mid. Casual draw 7.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Start with a Rockets.
Oh, okay, all right, there we go.
Team Rockets, a great ball. Tails, beautiful. Get myself another Mewtwo.
Speak board
back
right
in.
there.
I will Earthen Vessel. Discard a Tarountula.
How many vessels do you play? 3?
3.
Yeah.
Because you don't run a lot of energy and you want to discard all the energy. Anyway,
Yeah.
So I'll get those. Good. I will Ultra Ball. I'll just rip both of them. Get a new Spidops.
Yeah, swag, yeah, that's crazy.
Or honestly, actually, let me not rip that because I can use that first.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and I want to find more
fair.
Spidops.
Yeah.
In this situation, I don't want to thin the Spidops out of my deck because it is a good card. It can also just draw.
Yeah.
Or I can just draw more cards I'd rather discard and then I can attach the Grass Energy and still keep it more passive this turn. Okay. I will Team Rockets Factory. Draw 1, 2. Yeah, I can Ultra Ball. I'll discard a Rockets Ariana and a Grass Energy.
That seems about correct.
Now I can go get the Spidops. The board's looking pretty good, I can't lie.
Yeah. Moving and grooving. I got what, 2 energy in the discard? Yup.
I will use both of the charge ups. Actually, I'm only gonna use one of the charge ups here, just in case I have to do something next turn. I'll attach a Grass Energy to that Mewtwo. And yeah, I will pass.
Okay. Go ahead, draw for turn. Yeah, not a fantastic position for me to be in. That is for sure. I can do something kind of funny here, but I'm not sure if that's a great play. Let's go ahead, Quilava, Adventure Bond, get ourselves another Ethan's Adventure. And then from here, yeah, I think this is what we have to do. Yeah, so I think we do Adventure Bond, grab Ethan's Adventure, play the Ethan's Adventure, get ourselves Fire, Quilava, get these, another Ethan's Quilava, grab another Ethan's Adventure, just to kind of stack the hand up a little bit. And yeah, it's a very big game of like chicken here, trying to stop one another from getting the first two. Here we go. So this one goes into the hand. I do think the best thing for me to do here, because like if I go for TM Evo, I'm just cooked, because if I just get bossed here, it's kind of over. So I think the best play is I'll attach two Ethan's Quilava and I'll Prime Catcher to Tarountula here.
All right.
So at least it gets me a prize, gets me on the board. I save two Gimme Ghouls here and I'll Combustion for the KO.
Sure.
Take a prize.
I'll promote myself a Spidops and I'll draw for turn. I'll start with a Night Stretcher, bringing back one of my Tarountulas. And this is why I did not double charge up, because I can charge up and swing
for sure.
with this active Spidops. I will play a Rockets Receiver. I'll grab myself. Oh, maybe here is the Archer tech, because you have no draw in play. Honestly, yeah, we'll ball on this Archer. We'll see.
Ball with Archer?
Yeah, then
I
I'll
won't
play
do it
the
just
Archer.
yet. Are you gonna play it?
Yeah, I'll just play the Archer. Yeah. Like I could have grabbed an Ariana and just drew a bunch of cards here, but honestly, without a Goldengo in play, if I just Archer him to 3, he can like Quilava for an Ethan, and like that's it.
Yeah, pretty much. I think it's definitely the right.
Try to cripple him before he gets like Goldengo set up.
Yeah.
We'll see how this pans out.
Now Archer for 3.
All right.
Sure. I will cut your pink
Draw 5.
endgame sleeves, endgametcg.ca, code Hitmon.
5.
It's 3.
I'll draw 2 off the Team Rockets factory. Attach a Rockets Energy over onto this Mewtwo for turn. Yeah, and then I think I will just Rocket Rush, which does 30 damage for each of my Team Rockets Pokemon in play. I have 6, so it does 180 damage, taking the knockout on that Quilava.
Goodbye, Quilava. It was nice to know ya. Now, we are in an interesting spot here. I think the actual optimal thing to do is lead with this Quilava. Then we draw for turn. Go Adventure Bond. We grab Ethan's Adventure. We play it. And we get ourselves Cyndaquil and 2 fires, I think is good. Yeah, I think we gotta do that. It's a bad situation for us to be in, no matter what. But I think to just maintain any sort of skin in this game, we need to keep advancing the prizes. Just because it's so scary, because we know he can get Giovanni any turn.
Yeah, I can.
You can search it whenever you want. There's no draw aspect of it. So
yeah, unless I'm at like 1 or 2 cards off an Iono, I most of the time have an option to get into a Giovanni.
yeah. So those are gonna be the cards that we grab. We'll bench the Cyndaquil. We will evolve to Goldengo. Coin bonus for 1. Actually kind of solid. We'll play the Buddy Poffin. Get ourselves some more ghouls. We'll gimme some ghouls.
Get more ghouls.
I think there's just the one that I saw. Yeah, that's okay. So this is the board now. I just want to check for something else while I'm in here. Okay. Make sure we got what we need. Now again, I could go for an Evo play here. And
this board state seems like the Evo seems a little better because they're getting like 3 Goldengos out of it.
That's the thing. Then though, I get 3 Goldengos. Yeah, maybe that is actually kind of better.
Because even if I boss KO,
yeah. Realistically, that is actually the best call. Because, yeah, we'll do this. And then, yeah, we'll go Evo,
yeah,
double Dengo. That does make more sense for a couple of reasons, actually. Get some guys, and then it is your go.
Okay, I will draw for my turn. I will start by attaching another Rocket's Energy onto my Pokemon. Then I will Ultra Ball, discarding a Rocket's Articuno and a Rocket's Great Ball. At this point, I don't really need it. My board is pretty set up.
If you want to cut that up, you can.
I will get a Rocket's Spidops. Oop. Yeah, so this is now what we're looking like.
Yeah, that's a very nice board if I ever seen one.
Then I will use Rocket's Receiver. Go grab a Team Rocket's Giovanni.
Yes, sir.
And we'll start deletioning some spheres.
Always, we always deletion spheres, bro.
Yeah. Just because, like, yeah, he's only 1 Ethan's away, but then I can always take a knockout with the Spidops.
Yeah.
On their on Typhlosion, so. There we go. I will use Team Rocket's Giovanni. You can choose your least favorite Goldengo.
You know what? It's got to be this one.
He's your day 1.
I know. I can't get rid of my day 1s like that.
He was your day 1. He was your first Goldengo.
You know, hear that, folks. Hitmonchanting never gets rid of his day 1s.
Never. Team Rocket's Factory. I'll draw 2. And then I could be like super silly because what I drew off of the Rocket's Factory. But yeah, I will do a deletion sphere. I'll keep one of the energy on that Tarountula in case I need to attack if he promotes Ethan's Typhlosion. And I will take the knockout on that Goldengo.
Goodbye, Goldengo. It was nice to know ya. And now I am faced with something kind of interesting here. I can go swing with the Typhlosion. Let's take a look in the discard, see how many boss you have.
I think 2 are down, maybe 3.
Probably. Yeah, there's 2 down.
2 down, I think 2 phones.
Yeah.
2 gramophones.
Because in any situation that I'm behind here.
Or maybe 3? 3 phones, I'm down 3 phones. No gear though.
Swing with the Typhlosion. I think now's the turn. Nah, maybe. Now is the turn to do it, for sure. Because then, if I let you take out a Goldengo, you can just swim with Spidops for game very easily. So now's the Typhlosion turn. I think it definitely needs to be done. Let's draw for turn here. Again, start things off Adventure Bond. Got the thing moving. We'll grab Ethan's Adventure once again, and we're gonna play it right away. Get ourselves energy, and what else? Got Typhlosion, another energy is fine. Can I get another energy? I can, all right, that's cool. And here is a good time to start getting some coin bonuses. Coin bonus for 1. Coin bonus for 1. We'll evolve into Typhlosion here. Go for a nice and big attachment. No, he has it.
Yeah, you don't need
mind.
to.
I don't need to. That's pretty sweet.
And if you want to build up to that,
Yo, we can steam artillery. Yo. I think this is fine here. Again, not the greatest situation to be in, but that's fine. Let's go for the Buddy Blast.
Yep, and down goes my Mewtwo. But I think I'm in a fine board state here because Jonathan can't win next turn. So no matter what, have another turn after this. I'll promote Rocket Spidops. Draw for turn. I'll bench Rocket's Mewtwo and attach a Rocket's Energy to that. Then I have 3 charge ups I can do. So I will use all 3 of those. Charge up 1, charge up 2, charge up 3. The guys are charged.
Mans be charged.
Be charged up. I will Team Rocket's Great Ball. Tails. I think I've only flipped Tails on this Great Ball.
Seems pretty great if you ask me.
I will just fail the Team Rocket's Great Ball. There is, like, I can get a Mimikyu, but at this board state, I think I just want to, you know, thin the deck. So I can, thin my hand so I can Ariana, so I can just mass cards in hand.
Yeah.
Which in turn also kind of thins the deck. So if I get Iono'd, whatever's left in the deck is, like, good stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Because, like, next turn I can just nuke whatever I want with Goldango.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is the scary thing.
Then I will Ariana to draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'll Rocket's Factory draw 1 and 2. Man. Just in case, I will Energy Switch onto one of my Rocket's Mewtwo's. I'll attach Max Belt onto the one without energies. I will Ultra Ball, discarding Rocket's Factory and a Rocket Spidops. Get maximum thinnage.
Yup.
Sure, I'll take the Mimikyu at this point because I'm not planning on drawing more cards, so it leaves more good cards left in the deck when I Iono, or if I get Iono'd. Yeah, I hedged the Maximum Belt and the Energy, so like this way, with this one, I have to just boss if he has Rigid Band and knocks out this one with a boss, or with this one, if he finds Rigid Band, I just have to find an Energy. So instead of having it all of my eggs in one basket. Yeah. I'll just play a Rocket's Great Ball. I'm gonna fail it no matter what. We'll see if I get a heads on this one. No. No, of course not. Why would you? And then that's a dumb idea. Yeah, at this point, I can just use my Rocket Rush on the active Spidops with 6 Rocket's Pokemon in play for the knockout. Yeah, goodbye, Typhlosion. Nice to know you. Now we have an angle here, albeit it's a very, very hard one to achieve, but it's very possible still. Let's draw a card. We're gonna go ahead, Vessel away this Buddy Poffin. Yeah, I think, because I don't know how many boss your deck plays. Is it 4? It's 4. It's 4. Yeah. I'll tell you. Yeah, it's 4 for Giovanni. It runs 4 of every Rocket supporter. 4 of Ariana and Giovanni, and then 2 Proton and 1 Archer. Yeah, yeah. Links in the description, picture in the link, whatever in the description. Yeah, it'll be there. It'll be there. Trust. Okay. Let's get these. Gotta go through. See what else we can get here. Yeah. Okay. We'll get these 2 Metal Energy from the Goldango. Maximum thinnage. We must Nest Ball. Get the Fez, because at this point it's inconsequential. He can just, if Luigi can win, he can win. Yeah, if I Gust, like if he puts Rigid Band here, I can Gust this, so it doesn't matter with the Fez in play. So now, we're gonna really need to pull out all the stops. I wonder what your line is. Again, it's not great. Like, this is still a bad situation to be in. Because you can't Rare Candy Evolve. Yeah, even if I could do that, like, it would have to be a miracle to like Rare Candy Typhlosion, Iono. You know what I mean? Yeah, like it's still tough. This coin bonus for 2 big cards here. Okay, gives us another card to thin at the very least. Let's go ahead and Ultra Ball, get rid of a Dark Energy, and get rid of, we can get rid of a Fire. I don't mind. And we can get Monkey Dory, who has not really helped us out. Yeah, we both have our Dragon Ball techs in this matchup. Mine has hurt more than yours, but... Actually, off Ultra Ball Goldango was better.
We play one Iono, so it's really, hard to find it in this situation. But hey.
You never know.
Hey, you never know. All right. Now, make sure we do this optimally. We have to flip the script first here. 1, 2, and 3. All cards we don't really want to see. But let's nest ball. Get that Monkey Dory.
Yeah.
And I have no other energy in the deck. It's literally a single coin bonus that gives me a chance in this game.
Oh boy.
That's all it is.
It all comes down to one coin bonus.
All right. Cut if you dare.
Right there.
Coin bonus. It's not it. So I think I do just lose anyway. But for the fun of it, we'll go down fighting. We can Arven. Yeah, the thing is I don't even have Rigid Band in the deck, so it doesn't really matter.
Ah, you prize it this game. Okay.
So that I needed to get Rigid Band plus Iono plus Counter Catcher, which was the big struggle.
Oh yeah, you needed a whole.
I needed a lot to really stay in it. Or Jamming Tower could have helped.
Yeah, I figured that was the Troy Stadium when you mentioned.
Yeah, just to bump it and give you less card access. But yeah, we'll just get Counter Catcher. It really does not matter here.
Yeah, I think I'm only down what? I think most of my stadiums, because I've just been discarding them. No, I'm only down 2 of my stadium. I just got out. Granted, I think one of them is in here.
Okay. I mean, it could have been helpful.
I think I remember what's in my deck.
I would Counter Catcher this, hope you don't have the energy. Make it rain.
Yep.
Make 6 cards, stick 2, and then...
I'll just promote this Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Draw, and then I can attach a grass, and then discard from one of my many Spidops.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I have? Well, yeah.
What was left?
The prizes.
Yeah, what did you have in your hand? I know your hand was huge, but did you just have the energy?
It was Rocket. Yeah, I had.
Oh, you had so many outs in your hand.
Yeah, this was on board. Yeah, this was my hand.
If I was able to, if I Iono'd you, I think you had it guaranteed still.
Well, my deck was in this order.
Yeah, because you could just.
I think this is what I drew for turn, so I would have drawn these 2, and then I could have got the energy to power up this one.
Yeah, well then you would also draw for turn. Oh no,
Yeah.
yeah. Was that your draw for turn?
No, this was a Mewtwo.
Yeah, no, then you would draw for turn and just have Ariana as well.
Yeah, to draw, but I wouldn't be able to gust.
That's true. You wouldn't be able to gust.
Yeah, because both of those are my outs, so I would have had to.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, still, pretty solid. Best of 3.
The matchups were more even. They're pretty even.
Yeah. It was very. I like this deck. This deck is really fun. I do think that it has kind of that weakness, because Mewtwo can be so aggressive.
Yeah, especially with this guy. This guy's actually a pretty solid attacker. He does a lot of damage for what it is.
Something I did actually consider about this deck, I did consider putting a luxurious cape in here for the Typhlosion, which, it helps protect the Quilava against Dusknoirs and stuff. So you can throw it on there and it can't get Dusknoir KO'd. But also, just to have a 270 HP Pokemon swinging for 280 for 1 can be really powerful. Just that extra HP boost. I mean, not even just because Spidops was a great answer to it in this game, but in other matchups as well, just making it hard to KO. For example, you can KO 2 prize Pokemon that can't return KO you. And Zoroark, for example, can't return KO an Ethan's Typhlosion with a Luxurious Cape on it. So little things like that just to give it a little bit more survivability, but I did like the deck. The deck was pretty cool, and I will definitely be improving my list as we play some more.
Yeah, same with this. Honestly, maybe I was thinking even too, maybe just go all in on the tank and just run Bravery Charms for the Mewtwo instead of the funny little Lucky Helmet, but...
The thing is this matchup, I didn't disrupt you ever.
Yeah, you never.
But I can definitely see in a matchup where you are getting disrupted every turn.
Having the Lucky Helmet, yeah.
Yeah,
We
like,
didn't
I
get
can
to
see
use
the
it really
benefit.
crazily this matchup, but I like the deck actually.
Yeah.
Very surprised me from what I tested. I'm like, the deck seems like okay, but like, it was going. The Rocket Spidops attack is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So,
Who knew? Rocket's Mewtwo, the archetype they made from the ground up, would be good. But with all said and done, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all of that. Check the links in the description for the deck lists and also for the sponsors. Big thanks to Luigi for joining me in today's video.
thank you for having me.
And until next time, Hitmonchanting out. Just wanted to take a second to thank our channel members. As of right now, my one and only channel member is Rahat M9. Thank you so much for supporting the Hitmonchanting channel. If you too would like to support the Hitmonchanting channel, you can take a look at the membership link below. Lots of different levels and exclusive perks like videos, discounts, and more.